Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lockpod. This is John Cantrell on the Amy Blaker Show. Is this one day only or many days only?
One day only. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
We have to be excited because Notre Dame won, and we have to be excited for Tom and Kevin and Marissa and all the legions of Notre Dame fans, and that's why they're not here today, because they went to the game.
That's the end of the football talk for the episode as well.
That's a deal.
Jill, I'm
That's
with you.
You know, I don't like Notre Dame at all, so I'm not happy at all. But yeah. I don't want to be a hater because that's not cool, and I don't like to yuck somebody's yum for sure.
Oh, well, I'm excited to be here, and I'm like a kid who's mayor for the day because I get to sit in Mayor Tom's chair, which my feet are dangling. They don't touch the ground, and this headset's really oversized.
Too big?
Yeah,
Well, I think they thought I was going to sit there, and I have a giant head,
John.
so
Nice
they brought in some huge headphones.
Nice try.
I did go to bed thinking Notre Dame was losing. I was looking at the score.
Yeah.
And I woke up wrong.
But for Jill, Vesmar just broke the rule. But for
I'm sorry.
But for an interception, a horrible interception, Notre Dame probably would have lost.
But I was just
checked
thinking,
the
what were they
score,
doing?
But I didn't watch it.
Would you say that was divine intervention?
Could have been Jesus.
Amen.
Definitely could have been
Touchdown
Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus is a free safety always. That's factual. So Amy,
Good morning.
you know, one of the things that everybody's dying to find out is, do you like being a public official?
Everyone's dying to find that out.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people have just asked for some reason in chat. So yeah.
Yeah, so you know one of the things that you have to think about is, you know, you got to be careful in life what you wish for because you might get it. So what are you thinking? How do you feel?
It's a good learning experience. It's a little different than what I expected.
Really? Like
Yeah.
how? Do you want to say? Do you feel comfortable saying?
Yeah, with an audience of how many? What do we got? 12,
Yeah.
13 people
1,000
listening?
For sure.
No, there's a lot. There's actually a lot on X too.
And listen, I just want to
Ecstasy
apologize
or
ahead
the,
of time because I don't
social
know
Triple.
that we
The triple.
prepared very well for this show. I mean, if John sent me one more article,
Well, I like to.
all of it was legal. I'm like, okay, John, we get it. You're an attorney.
No. The topics are political because, you know, Tom likes to talk a little bit about local politics, but mostly it's national. You know, so you know he doesn't want to bore people with things that they don't get. But there's a lot of amazing news stories about national politics that also include.
I know
law
you
right
sent
now.
all of them to me.
Yeah. But this is
while I'm driving here,
But
you know,
the-
like I'm gonna.
20 minutes before the show
Thanks,
starts.
John. Thanks.
Okay,
This is
that-
great
ditch.
prep. This is amazing preparation. But listen, I've seen Law and Order.
Yes.
I'm just going to say things like, objection, Your Honor.
No.
I'm out of order. You're out of order. This whole court is out of order.
That's
you know,
not Law
I'm
and
just
Order.
gonna-
So
whatever.
what I sent you this morning is what I found when I was up at like 3 a.m. to just kind of add on to these articles.
Oh.
But I don't know, Vesmar. Like I think that that's a magical topic. We're talking about Honest Gabe, and I think that the thought of making it just a little bit of a teaser is a good idea.
Oh, the court brief.
Yes.
you
Because
sent.
I
Yes.
think Tom and Kevin probably want to unpack that.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to talk about. I went on a deep dive on it last night, and there's so many things going on right now.
I went
It's
on
magical.
a headline dive. I read
Yeah.
the headline.
You did more than I
That's fine.
did.
That's fine.
Kevin is in chat. Kevin is
Oh.
watching.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
He should be still sleeping because you
Yeah.
know they went out really late last
Oh,
night.
good. I
Yes,
hope they did and celebrated.
After the game, I'm sure they went clubbing.
Can we get
for
Kevin on
several hours.
Skype?
Yeah.
Let's get him
Clubbing.
on
You know
Skype.
Kevin's up working. He didn't go to bed.
No, yeah. Kevin was doing emails all night, but Honest Gabe is the gentleman who
I'm
brought
familiar.
the caravan of humans to Tom's front yard, and then Tom had a welcome rally for them, and we
Yeah.
made fun of them that they drove 10 hours, 5 there and 5 back, just to do nothing.
Yeah, that's something they're going to want to unpack.
And he's
Yeah.
in trouble. Gabe
Yes,
is.
honest. Gabe is-
Honest Gabe just submitted a plea for federal violations. Yeah,
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
on January 3rd, and so it's the news is just popping out, and like that's. But there's a bunch of different layers. I'm actually going to send Tom and Kevin a bunch of articles that I found last night. Yeah,
I'm
Send them
sure
right
they'll
now.
appreciate it.
send them.
Send him right now.
Yeah, I loved it when my phone was going off every 30 seconds on the way here.
I just wanted to see what you wanted to talk about.
And I was telling Vez when I walked in, like I don't really get out of the house this early in the morning.
Sure.
Like I wake up early, but it's like a slow roll in the morning. A really slow roll. Like
But I picture you in a lot of breakfast meetings. No.
No.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I do too, JC.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Like you're taking people for
Lunch,
for
dinner.
okay. Yeah. Because I'm crabby in the morning, so like I wouldn't want to do morning. You
Great.
Know? Yeah.
This is gonna be a great show. All right.
So I think that nationally speaking, like there's a lot of good law talk going on. But we'll veer off law talk for sure.
Okay.
But Donald tried to get his sentencing stopped, and he
Yes.
asked the Supreme Court to do it. And I just think like it ended up needing 5 votes, and he only got 4 to stop the sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Justice Roberts voted no. So now they're going to proceed forward with sentencing. And, they don't really – they would have to create, I think, new law if they were to stop the sentencing. This is a state court sentencing. And the judge already said he's not even going to give him a real conviction. So,
Yeah.
But obviously, the Donald wanted an attorney to try to get the Supreme Court to stop it, and they said no.
That's today, right?
Yes.
The hush money.
The hush money.
Case
and
in
he's
New
getting
York.
sentenced today.
Wow.
So I'm curious to see if there's any backlash for the Supreme Court justices that are on his team to say no.
Yeah.
Because he is he's a vengeful human.
Well,
What do you think of that, fellow attorney Amy Blaker?
you know what? I do want to point out that he brought a legal pad with him. Like, you're doing the whole thing. Like,
this is what I do. So yes.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to
Yes.
talk about also, John, you put a link in there about some appeals court ruled that the J6 report can be released.
Yes.
Is this right?
Yes. Yeah. So
That's huge.
So they're going to release the report, and whenever somebody doesn't want you to see something and they're fighting desperately difficult to not have people see it, it makes it so much more exciting. So this is a fantastic ruling, but don't get too excited because that's going to be appealed to the Supreme Court. So
Right.
I think there's going to be even further delay, but I'm so excited to see what's in there because they've spent millions of dollars trying to keep it out of people's hands, for sure. Yeah, in litigation. And they're going to spend a bunch more.
And then I'm looking at the show notes. We're going to talk about the California wildfires, some awkward moments at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Have you guys been watching this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
That's wild. And then, believe it or not, we're going to talk about a female prison guard, a male inmate, and sex. So I'll let you
Good for her.
talk.
You gotta flip the script sometime. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay, yes. Yes.
That's a wild story. John, do you see a lot of that?
No.
Because you're always in the jails, right?
Well,
Is there stuff going on in there, hanky-panky?
Yes, for sure.
Really?
And I do think like the jail is kind of like a carnival. Literally everything's for sale. Like you go to a carnival, there's all kinds of carnies there. If you want sex, drugs, and rock and roll, it's a good place to find it. There's a bunch of registered sex offenders coming into town, probably not even working under their real name, working all cash at the carnival. So, that's what the jail is. You have a lot of things for sale. Not in the Lake County Jail. Sheriff Martinez does it, and the warden does a really good job of keeping things out of there. But, if you have a guard that wants to do things for money, like how do you interview someone and they have no record and just decide
everybody
that
needs love, John.
Well, the particular case that is on video there is a female prison guard, not in America. She is having.
Let's just get into it. Hold on. Let me pull this up here
okay.
because you're not with us that long. So let's move this from the end of the show to the top of the show.
Yeah, it's a sexy topic.
This is her, by
Literally.
the way. Whoa.
Yeah, she's an attractive
Whoa.
woman,
Okay.
and she does what So there's a video of her, and there's a cell phone.
Have you seen the video?
No, I've seen
I saw it.
Yeah, you've seen the whole thing.
I don't know if it's the whole
Can
thing.
you see any?
But X is a weird place, man.
Can you see any nudity in it?
No.
Okay, you just see intercourse, like fully clothed intercourse with genitals exposed. Right?
Not fully clothed.
Okay. Well, yeah. Not fully clothed, of course not.
Drop the link.
Drop it like it's hot. So a cellmate of an
Yes.
inmate records his cellmate and a prison guard having sex.
Wait, how?
Yeah.
It's her cell phone, I'm assuming. She's doing it for clout. Yeah. So she's like, hey, record this. And the guy who's recording it keeps saying, we're making history.
Yeah.
We're making history like they're going at it. You
And
know?
this is
then,
in the UK.
Yes.
So imagine the English accents.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, bruv.
Hip hip cheerio.
Yes. It's very, very, very polite prison intercourse on camera is essentially what
Spot
I'm.
of tea after this.
Yeah.
So she gets into trouble. I mean, this thing goes viral.
Yes. And, you know, and she is now like a social, you know, I think she was like a mild social media presence. And now like she's blowing up. She's famous. She's, you know, on all these news feeds. And she, I mean, she's pretty. She looks.
I mean,
That's not a great picture.
So here's, I thought this was.
That's without makeup. And nobody really looks great in a booking photo.
Wait,
Except Trump.
look at her hair, though. What's happening there?
Yeah, what is going on there?
I feel like Cruella de Vil vibes.
Right?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So check this out. The court was also told that a further recording of her performing a sex act with the same inmate was found on her prison-issued body camera.
Nice.
What is wrong with her?
She deserves to get caught.
You don't take that off first.
But I mean, obviously, like her.
Not if you want people to see it.
But if she's shooting these
bizarre
videos
story.
and putting them on the internet, she's obviously expecting to get caught.
Right, and she did, and she got 15 months.
You know, she was a married lady.
She's going to be very popular there.
Yeah,
One child. She
She-
was a mother.
she was a married, and like her husband was coming with her to court. It's just like, what the heck, you
Is
know?
it her husband's kid or is it an inmate's kid?
I don't know. The
DNA?
child was not coming with her to court for that particular day when they showed him walking into court together. Like this story's been, it's got legs, and you know, people like from the time she gets busted, and now like it's in the news again because she just got sentenced and she got 15 months in a proper British prison.
The judge's like ruling,
Yeah.
him speaking about is insane. It would be. It's you can't help but laugh. Like he's wearing that wig, right? They got that English,
Like, right.
and he's going into
barrister.
detail
Yeah.
about the clip. He's quoting the other inmate that's filming, like this is how we
Love to hear
do
those
it, bruv.
quotes.
You did a dramatic read.
Yes, it is. Look for it. We won't play it here because it's pretty detailed.
But the funniest part about what the judge was saying is he was chastising her for enjoying the intercourse and looking like she was enjoying the intercourse. I was like what were you expecting? You know, I mean,
Well, they're British, so.
yeah, oh yeah,
that's true. You can't enjoy sex over there.
You can't enjoy anything over
No.
there. It's just rainy and cloudy.
So I mean, like if you take, you know, the salary that she was making, and you know the prison time that she has to do and the embarrassment and all that, I think she's probably going to benefit in the long run in this day and age because she's probably going to do a porn and then
OnlyFans.
accidentally
OnlyFans.
release it. Yeah,
I think she already has an OnlyFans.
Of course she does.
I've been told.
that's pure speculation on your part, I'm assuming, right? Yeah,
Steve,
okay.
check the credit card.
Does Lockpot
that
have
be
a
a-
have a
Lockpot
have
has
a
a credit
only
card?
Yes, and they have like OnlyFans subscriptions. Is that true, Vesmar?
Wait, if we do research for the show,
Yeah,
You
that's
can write that off,
yeah.
too.
yeah. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
definitely a business expense. You know,
Anyway, Amy, what have you been up to? What have you? We haven't talked to you since the beginning of season 13. Believe it or not.
It's
Like-
only season 14, right?
right? It's a yeah. So yeah,
It's been about 6 months.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? What's going on?
You know, I'm staying busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How so?
How's the council
Not as busy as
as that woman?
that woman, but
right.
you know,
Yeah, that's the wrong kind of busy.
yeah.
Is it?
She's getting busy.
What's going on? Like council? What's going on in Winfield? Amy Blaker's a councilwoman in Winfield,
Yes.
Indiana.
As the sole Democrat,
Yes.
Yeah.
the sole Democrat elected official in the county. You know, there's
In
a lot
in the town.
In the town. I'm sorry. There was a whole lot of people were really criticizing you to your face about running, and they were also criticizing you behind
Such
your
a nice reminder. Thank you. Yeah.
They were criticizing you so much behind your back. Like, Amy has such a bright future. Why would she run for this office? She has no chance to win. There's no Democrats down there. And I love all these people And I never want to list all of them that were the naysayers.
No, go ahead.
Do it.
But
We got time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
you shocked the county and all these haters and all the people who even like you when we're cheering for you. They didn't think you were going to win, and you came in and you beat that ass. Yeah.
That's one of the things the inmate
That's
said.
what I use on my campaign literature. Yes.
Say that in a British accent.
Beat that ass, bro.
Winning is
You
better
said
than
bro.
losing.
To
you
be
know?
honest with you,
But I know that it was an uphill battle for sure.
were you surprised that you won? Be honest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because you never really know.
I waited. They added the totals, and actually Kevin Smith sent me the early vote, and I had won the early vote because I was
Oh.
just going to go home because it had been a long day, and I was like, you know what? It was really awful out there. Like people were not kind.
Yes.
Were
and
you
I was like,
expecting people to be kind in politics?
no, I mean
Yeah.
But it was a long day. It was 12 hours of standing there in the rain and the cold. And I was like, I'm just going to go home. They can tell me I didn't win from home.
Yeah.
And then that's when Kevin sent to me the early vote. And I had won the early vote. And I was like, oh, no.
So when you're
I'm
talking about
sticking around.
early vote, that's the absentee ballots and
Yes.
also the walk-in vote.
Yes.
What percentage were you up by at this point when you
Oh, I
got the
don't-
totals from
I
Kevin?
don't remember.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking Winfield here.
Sure.
So
Kevin
four.
remembers. He's in the chat.
Oh,
But
drop
that's a
it.
pretty reliable number to go off the rest of the night, right? Typically.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
it
trend.
felt good. It felt
Yeah.
like I'm going to stay, And so
It's like a poll.
they did add up the totals, and the gentleman was like, "Oh, you won, Amy," and I was like, "Add it again."
Because only like 12 people vote in Winfield.
Right? He's
so
like,
it wouldn't
he's
take
like, "No,
long.
you won. You came in second out of 4. You won." And then he did give me the totals as well, and then I went home and I added them again. I did. I mean, I was
Like that was shock or disbelief or.
I mean, I was surprised.
Yeah. And I'm sure you were surprised because you experienced what a lot of people have experienced when they're supporting Democratic candidates in the south portion of this county.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out there and you're supporting a candidate and you say, vote for Amy, and there's a lot of smart Alex, and I'll say smart Alex, they'll say, what party is she in? And you say Democrat,
Yes.
and they throw tomatoes at you, and
Yeah.
they're very verbally abusive. And I was at a polling site, and there's high school kids that were supporting their friends and family and candidates, and they would say, and you had people in their 60s cussing in high school students because they said the word Democrat. It was
Yes.
bizarre.
No way.
Yeah, I had
Yes,
people
yes.
ask me to take my sign out of their yard or bring back a sign that didn't say Democrat on it. And I'm not doing that. This is who I am.
Yes.
I'm qualified to run for this position. It's town council.
Yeah. But I mean, you had to be on the defensive with a lot of potential voters just about your party affiliation. Would you say that's
Yes,
true?
I would agree with that. And I mean, I got in late. I got in July, so it's not like I had a lot of. So I didn't have as much time to prep. But one of the reasons I ran is because we didn't even have a primary election because it was just all Republicans and nobody. You know what I mean?
No Democrats.
There were no Democrats on
Yeah.
the ballot.
Yes, there's not even Democrats to and you had what, like 5 or 6 people on the ballot in Winfield?
4.
Four?
There were
Okay.
4 of us running for 3 seats.
Okay, and I thought that there was like treasurer and clerk treasurer and
The
things
clerk
like
treasurer ran unopposed.
Okay, yeah. But there was 5 slots to fill, or 4 slots.
There were
to
3 slots.
But then 2 other offices.
They run it.
No,
okay.
I'm laughing at
Kevin's in the chat.
Kevin, you're in Miami, dude. Like, go
Kevin
eat.
does not trust us to do this. That's what I hear.
Oh no, he dropped the knowledge I asked
He's
him for.
literally, yeah. So
Yes, he's
Kevin
on
says it was a vote for 3 races, and Amy was leading the 4 candidates in early voting.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, but
Thanks, Kevin.
there's a bunch of different offices, and they can't get
self-beat right
one
now?
person
I don't know.
to
He's in
run
his
for
office.
anything until you stepped up.
We've had other people run.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about in that particular in the primary earlier that year.
Correct.
Yes. No, nobody even put their name up.
Right.
They
Because
could.
they say, oh, well, you can't win. A Democrat can't win in Winfield.
They thought the same thing that people said about you,
Right.
but then you won.
I
Now,
did.
do you think that there's going to be in the next primary in Winfield? Do you think there's a lot of people who are going to pop up and just put their name on the ballot because you proved everybody wrong and it's possible to win there?
I think people will put their name on the ballot and work. I don't think people are just going to throw their name on the ballot.
No,
I've heard
sure.
from a couple of people who are interested now, and if
You paved the way for Democrats and ladies, right?
Democrats
Yeah.
and ladies.
Democrats and ladies.
in good old Winfield, yeah.
Yes,
Is that
it's
the
exciting.
title of the
Yes.
show? Democrats and ladies.
Democrats and ladies.
Actually,
There's a lot of good titles already.
yeah,
Yeah.
There was something Amy said during the intro music
Yeah.
that I currently
There are
have
a
as
lot
the
of things
title.
I said during the
Can
intro.
you Vesmar?
Yeah.
You know, because we were talking and we were talking about stuff that we decided we would not talk about on the air, and then Vesmar's like, "You guys need to cover up your mouth like you're on the mound, and you put your gloves over your mouth." And then, so can you blur our mouths? Because like about mid conversation, I started like scratching my nose and my face.
Yeah, let them know, John, to go back during
and,
the intro
and
song
lip read what
and
we're
hire
saying.
a
That's
lip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
And then
you,
People
John.
do that now.
And then my nana's gonna see my mouth blurred, and she's gonna be like freaked out, like think there's something wrong with me. So maybe
There is
don't-
something
maybe
wrong
yeah,
with
there's
you.
a lot wrong with me.
Yes.
Oh wow. So Amy, so it's the new year.
It's the new year.
What are your goals here for whether it's councilwoman in Winfield? What do you want to see going out there, or just yourself? Do you have any resolutions, Amy? Any New Year? No.
Not really.
JC, how about you?
Yes.
Ooh, can you talk about them on the air?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What do you
it.
got?
It was something that my like my wife is getting ready to have a big birthday. I won't say what it is.
Oh.
But you know, she's like she works out hard. She's an she is an enthusiast. She just works out hard every day. And so
Every day.
yeah, and so she's like getting in my head. She'd be like, you know, it'd be super nice if you had a 6-pack for my big birthday. So that's my New Year's resolution.
Like
I'm trying
beer.
to what's
right?
that?
Beer.
The
No,
beer.
I'm trying to get my 6-pack back.
Oh, she
Yeah.
should lower her
Back.
expectations
Yeah.
to the beer.
Yeah.
Back?
Back.
Oh yeah, I played college basketball. Like I
No
I
shit.
put my body through a lot over the years, but now I'm 50, so it's way harder.
So you're gonna join a gym and
No, I have a
No?
plan. But we have a gym at the house.
of
Oh,
course
he's
you
a
do.
lawyer.
Of course you do.
It's not like a great gym. You buy some dumbbells and you got a weight room in your house and a treadmill. Yeah. So
Oh, good for you.
you are single and dating? Like, what's going on?
Whoa!
with your personal life?
We're
Like,
just
what's
getting
up?
right
Yes,
into it here.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's legions of
This
fans
was
here.
not in the meeting notes.
This was not in the notes
was not
at
in the
all.
notes.
Listen, this is
I know
It
I
was
don't
in
have
one
it-
of the articles he sent you that you didn't read.
this
read
is
any of them.
this is my philosophy in life. Plead the fifth always. So
Great.
I mean, if you want to plead the fifth, you're more than free to do that.
Oh, let me cut to the Amy Blaker cam.
Zoom
Yeah.
in.
Oh, let's
Amy,
go.
are you
profile
single
picture
and
for
dating?
Yes,
That's the
because
question.
if you're single and dating, why wouldn't you want to announce it when there's legions of fans listening? Like, it seems like the
Let's
best
get
time
back
to talk.
to your resolutions. Maybe
Okay.
it should be to talk less,
Wow.
No,
censor yourself a little bit.
nope, I can't.
How about this? How about this?
Okay,
So being a friend of Amy on Facebook, you get an insight into her life. Few do.
for sure.
And there is one thing I notice that I see on my feed sometimes is do you read a lot of books?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't watch a lot of TV.
Okay.
I've never been like a big TV watcher.
Okay.
Like when people talk about like series, like what do you call them? Like when people like binge watch things.
Oh, yeah.
like-
Game of Thrones.
Yes, I've never seen that. I just can't. It feels overwhelming to have like 32 episodes of something to watch.
okay,
Like
okay.
I'm like, oh, I don't have time for that. Like,
So you're a
won't-
huge you just consume books.
yeah, I'd rather read.
Give us what's your favorite book of 2024 that you would recommend to all your viewers right now? The viewers that are wondering if you're single and dating, by the way.
Read Prison Love. Prison Love's a good. It's a good book.
You know what time do you have court, John?
I have to leave in 3 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Set the timer.
All right. So before we leave, I need a new book to read.
Yeah.
So yeah, can you break it down for us?
You want a new book to read? What
Yeah.
do you like? Fiction? Do you like nonfiction?
Do you like romance fantasy?
I do not read that.
I
I mostly read
Fairies.
nonfiction.
like I picture you with Fabio on the front of the book on the beach.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
exactly
yes.
what I'm reading.
Okay, so I read Discovery. I read a lot of stories about bad things that people do. So I don't really like to read,
Oh,
but I'm curious to see what you think that I should read.
oh, some good books that I've read. Gosh, I hate when people. What I just finished
This-
reading was Boss, which is Mike Royko's book on daily. And the book was old from the library from like 1970.
Oh, look at
The
this.
pages were so thick. Like every time I turned a page, I thought there were like 3 pages stuck together.
It would make a noise. Yeah.
Yeah, and the book. Yep, that's it.
The
wow,
Boss?
that was fast.
That's what
very
she
good.
said.
Yeah.
Back to the prison.
Anyway,
prison.
yeah.
So-
the best book ever written about an American city by the best journalist of his time.
Wow.
You know,
That's a direct quote from him himself.
can somebody start writing a book about Tom? I want to
Oh,
do
it's already
like a
happening.
couple chapters and maybe the foreword. I prefer yeah.
The Ford by you would be amazing.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah, it would be censored a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And with that, I got to roll out, guys.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks
for having
coming
me. Yeah,
in.
for sure.
Thanks. I appreciate all the articles you sent.
Why does Amy seem elated? That
Oh, we're going to miss you, John. Have a good day in court. I'll be calling you later.
Okay.
Wow. All right. How about some? You want to read some ads?
Oh,
y'all?
sure.
And then we'll continue on with the show.
How do
We
I
got
know
a
which
lot
ones
of
I
stuff
get
to
to
talk
read?
about.
You want to read all of them?
All of them?
No.
Yeah.
No. Nobody
Just
wants
bounce
to hear my
around.
voice for that long.
All right. Who wants to start? I don't even have a copy.
Here,
I'll
you
start.
can start.
You can
I'll
still,
start.
John's
You're
copy.
driving this show.
I'll start. All right. Here we go. Powering Indiana Lake. By the way, welcome. This is the Tom always says it. The Powering Indiana Lake County Studios. Welcome, everyone.
Yes.
Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. Period. That was I said that.
The grammar, the punctuation in these things.
Yeah, this is
gonna
messed
kill
up.
ya.
This is
It's gonna kill ya.
ridiculous. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana businesses and homes alike. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Bringing excellence to the job, and I think it should be
Listen,
creating.
just get your red pen out.
I'm glad I never read these things because the grammatic, I'd be all over this as grammar police. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
That was very good.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Are you facing legal challenges and don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis Law, your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need help buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Forming a new business? Call Kuklakis Law. Injured in a car crash or at your job? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue, call 219-671-6347 to schedule your free consultation. Who are you going to call? Kuklakis Law. Hablamos Español.
When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business. Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 55 years. Providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's
What?
That's rogersroofing.com or 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
That was really good. Why were you laughing?
We're killing it
Why did
today.
you start laughing? What were you thinking? You can't talk about it, can you?
No, I can. I'm thinking how happy I am that John is gone and how poorly prepared. Like, if people tune out right now, like, it's okay. I mean, I'm sorry, Tom and Kevin. But if he sent one more of those articles, I mean.
Yeah. I went to bed before
He was
sent
sending them
them.
last night. He was sending them this morning. And, you know, we're maybe not the best prepared, but I'm like, hey, Vez, what time do I need to be there? And he's like, oh, like 7:30. And I'm like, doesn't this show? Like,
No,
how will I have time for
7:20.
hair and makeup? Like,
I said 7:20
well,
record.
I run by the 5-minute rule. Like,
And by the way, I take
Punctuality
exception
isn't
to
mine.
that remark that we're ill prepared. We are prepared.
no, I'm not saying we. I'm saying me.
Okay.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
You
I
should
was
see
like,
this
eh.
beautiful show note I prepared.
This doesn't really
It's so
interest me.
good.
Isn't that good? Look at this.
It's really good.
4 pages long.
You know what? I never look at the notes, but that's a good one.
I'm actually throwing this up
And
on
he had to send it in a
just
Google
proof.
Doc because I'm not in your iPhone cult, which was another problem.
we're gonna
I'm never
get into
invite
that.
him back. I
We're
don't
gonna
have an
get-
iPhone. I don't read the show notes.
That is
You're
a
basically me.
Yeah.
that actually is a thing. Like, we should only have guests on that have iPhones because
Discriminatory.
our show notes are in the Apple Note, but
Yeah.
that's okay. All right, one more ad, right? And then we'll get on to it.
No, we have multiple.
Holy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, I see where it says stop. Yeah.
MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution provider. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by checking out their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Balzenberger, combines innovation and technology to deliver top-quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions using the latest innovation and technology. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
No need to dress up. It's a casual place. Bring the whole family. We have plenty of space. A hidden gem in Hammond. You don't have to drive far. Oh, this rhymes. This is cute. Now I'm like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Delicious food, great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marinara, and more. We have delicious pizza, pasta, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember you. It's just not the same. Come to Frankie V's, where everyone really knows your name. Visit us today at thefrankieV's.com for daily specials, full menu, and hours.
Good job,
Boom.
guys. Good job.
Great job.
As
Amy,
long as you don't make me sing the tortilla song.
Do you want to?
No, I could stop the water in the shower. My singing is so bad.
will you
Prove it.
dance to the tortillas song like Lindsay does?
Um,
No. Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Pass.
While you were doing a great job on those ads, I just wanted to read. You have a super fan in chat. Can I
Ooh.
read the?
Who do you think it is?
Oh,
No.
who would be a super fan in chat for Amy
You
Blaker?
guys
right
are
now?
really putting me on this spot. I don't know.
Jenny Craig.
Oh, Jenny Craig. I love Jenny Craig Brown.
She says, "Hi, Amy," with 3 exclamation marks.
I'm
So-
surprised there aren't more. Jenny's got a lot of energy.
She would
sure
be the
does.
one to use 3 exclamation marks at
Yes.
8 in the morning. So happy to see her on the pod this morning. Also, Amy and I should do a all about the.
Oh, all about the girls. Yes, I've
Yeah.
done that podcast with her. We've
That's
done a
a
podcast.
G, not an H.
Yeah, she did AATH. That's why I was
That's why
Oh,
he was
well.
all about the
confused.
humans with a few other ladies, and it's a ladies' day. She wants you on.
Look it. We just jump started your podcast career.
Oh,
Oh, she even said I could be on it. I'm the only guy allowed.
Oh,
Okay.
look at you.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. This is going to lead to some things, Amy.
Yes, I'm sure this is the beginning of a long, long history of being on podcasts. I'm sure.
Time to start a podcast tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, how do y'all feel about talking about some California?
Oh, this is just
Stuff.
so devastating.
It's
It's really hard to watch.
look at this. We'll put this up on the screen here.
It's really difficult to see that.
Oh,
And it doesn't feel like there's any like end in sight. Like the red flag warnings are still, the winds are still high, right?
yeah. I think I read last night it's 6%, only 6% contained.
Oh, jeez.
That's insane.
There's 3 of them burning?
Yeah, I think so. And to date, so this was updated just a couple hours ago. Last night it was 5 dead. This morning it's 10 dead. So I think we should expect that number to go up. But 90,000 homes and structures damaged around LA. Oh my gosh. 130,000 residents are under evacuation orders.
I saw something that it's heading up. There's an observatory that's there. It's pretty important. And it's heading up the hill towards that.
Oh.
And so once that goes down, it will severely limit the first responders' ability to communicate. There won't be any TV for the people to get their news from over there. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty bad if the fire
For a
gets
while.
all the
Pretty
way up
bad for
there.
a while. Doesn't feel like there's an end in sight.
Does anyone know if the Hollywood sign burned down yet?
I didn't see that.
It didn't? Okay. I
Did
don't
this
know.
happen because we didn't sweep the forest?
Well, we're going to get into that. It's getting political. Have you ever seen an emergency like this get so political so fast?
No.
I feel like everything gets political fast these days.
Look at this. So here's a couple ways it's gotten political. Let me pull this up here. This is one of many Trump tweets about this fire, as it's only 6% contained. Trump says, "One of the best and most beautiful parts of the United States of America is burning down to the ground. Its ashes and Gavin Newscum should resign. This is all his fault. 3 exclamation marks, just like Jenny Craig.
Just like Jenny. They're basically the same.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this may surprise some of you and some of you listening, but I don't know that this helps anything right now.
What?
Yeah.
You don't think it does?
Are you criticizing
What?
Donald?
A little bit. And it's not just Trump.
This is surprising.
It's his legions of people on X, all the conservative talking heads. I was on the way here. I listened to AM 560, a conservative show. They're talking about. It's like I'm thinking, let's get this thing under control, right?
Right.
And then maybe we can start pointing fingers. You know, is that too much to ask, or I don't know. What do you think?
How is your first instinct as a incoming president not to say, okay, this is how we're gonna fix this. I'm gonna work together with everybody. It's just, hey, fuck you. This is this dude's fault.
Yeah. And when was the tweet, John? Was it?
So that was the
Because I mean, I'm watching the Carter
8th. It was 2 days ago.
footage yesterday, and
Yeah.
you know, it was nice to see everyone be like somewhat respectful, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
I would love to know like exactly what President Obama and Trump were talking about. I really like the part where Kamala kind of turns around, like, but I mean, when was this posted? Did you say?
This was 2 days ago.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like why can't we work with a little bit of respect?
Yeah, this is when it was, by the way, 0% contained.
Wow.
Like,
Lord.
yeah, I don't know. Let's see what. So Newsom. By the way, I don't think this is in necessarily chronological order. I know Trump and Newsom have been trading barbs for a while. So I think Newsom said this before Trump's tweet, but here's a little bit about what Newsom has to say to all the people criticizing right now.
You know, people are literally fleeing. They're just bewildered about. You know, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us. Finally, you're.
Yeah, maybe the one time I agree with Newsom about something.
Wow, this is mark your calendars.
I know. Right? Is it just me, though? As a conservative, is it just me who's like, maybe this isn't the right time to be sending out tweets?
I think anyone
It's
with
good to
common
hear.
sense would
Yes.
say that.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that because this is a really devastating situation.
Yeah. And so this came out yesterday. This is just another example of how it's turned pretty political. And I got to be honest, I'm not going to go as far as to say this seems a little bit set up, but it feels that way. I'm not saying this, what we're about to see. This woman runs up to Newsom in the middle of the street to start asking him questions about where's the relief, where's the help. And I'm not saying she didn't lose a lot. I'm not saying she's not a part of this, but it feels a little bit. Here, you watch and you decide. You tell me what you think.
Governor, you got a second?
So right off the bat, she's got a mic and a reporter with
Red
her.
flag.
Okay.
Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I
can't. It
don't
doesn't-
believe it.
I'm sorry.
Bad actor.
There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the
Why
call.
is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So
There's
let's
no
get
cell
it.
service.
Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild. We're getting
Why
the
was there no
resources to do
water
it.
in the hydrants,
That's
Governor?
all that's all literally.
Is it going to be
being
different next time?
reviewed. It has to be. Has to
Right.
be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants.
So
I would
she's
fill them
not a
up
reporter?
personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I
She
would do
said I
whatever.
would fill up the hydrants myself.
She
That
did.
is
She
some
did.
quality Jerry Springer acting.
That
there.
is some good acting.
It doesn't it feel like we've seen a lot of
Yeah.
real videos. This one, and I'm not going to go as far as to say like she may have lost everything, but man, she's really good at getting her point across.
But did it towards the end? To me, it sounded like she was a reporter. Just
Kind of seemed like
Yes,
it.
lots of
pretending to,
questions.
like,
I think we're going to hear more about this clip and this woman. To be
You
honest.
think so?
I do because something just seems off.
well, I'm sure there probably are people with masks on, but like,
Right.
do you think she's just wearing that mask so that no one can see what her face is, or is it actually
Could
because
be. She
nobody
never turns.
nobody else in that video has a mask on? I don't think.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's true.
That's a good point. Wow.
But
Well,
yeah,
it's terrible. What's
It
going on
is.
there.
It's a sad situation. It's horrible, and it's horrible to see it politicized.
All right. Why don't we do the second round of ads, and then we're going to talk about if anyone in chat has been following along with Jimmy Carter's funeral yesterday. Holy cow. Super awkward moments with all of you got Trump there, former presidents, former first ladies, all in the same few rows. And we have some clips of, whoa, things got kind of weird. So we'll be right back with that. All right. Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call and schedule your consultation with someone who is in court and at the jail every day. Call John Yeah, he's seen some
Literally
things,
right
it
now.
sounds like. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit their website at bettercallcantrell.com. John and his wife, Kristen, make a great team and are waiting to hear from you.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with the local expertise.
Here we go, Amy. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
This next ad is very long.
Oh, yeah. That's why you got it.
Whether you are taking part in Dry January or just looking for a great tasting beer without the buzz, try the new Michelob Ultra Zero with only 29 calories and 0 alcohol. Zero is an easy drinking, non-alcoholic light lager with the great taste of Michelob Ultra that you know and love. The subtle citrus aroma combines with a refreshingly crisp and clean finish, making Zero the perfect beer choice to ring in the new year and keep those resolutions on track. Michelob Ultra Zero joins the fastest growing family of beers that supports your active lifestyle and your health and wellness goals with zero regrets. Head over to Cal Brew or the Michelob Ultra websites and social media pages for details on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Michelob Ultra family with beers and cheers responsibly.
For decades, the Ron J. Pressemer Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all of your insurance needs. The Pressemer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Pressemer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you.
Is that it?
No, one
No.
more for you.
One more. All right. Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer and chef-driven food menu and craft cocktails on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater to your corporate and private events off-site. Just off 8094 at the Kennedy Ave South Exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer. Yeah. All right. We made it
through
to
the ads.
we made it through the ads. We made it to the third segment.
We can end the show right now.
I do have a question. So there
People
was
listening are probably like, yes.
no.
They can
No.
turn off.
This
That's
is
their choice.
fantastic. Some are even saying it's better than when Tom and Kevin are. I'm not
Oh.
saying that. Some have said it. I don't know.
Some or just one person? Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah, thanks, Jenny. While we were doing the ads, there were some folks in chat giving their opinions on how this California wildfire has gotten political. Some saying, welcome to Trump's term already. Some are saying Newsom, has to share some of this blame. I agree. There's going to be time for pointing fingers. I'm just not sure it's the right time right now.
Right. I'm not saying that you don't take responsibility or look back and see what could be done differently.
Yes.
But that's a bit different than sending out a tweet where you call somebody new scum. And,
Solve the problem first.
Let's get it figured out. So, and that made me think of a question, Amy, for you. Okay. So the last time you were on the show was before the election. And I guess I wonder, were you surprised at the outcome of the election?
No.
No. You kind of saw it coming, or you
The
had
only
your
thing that
feelings?
surprised me was that I thought it would be closer. I thought it'd be a few days before we had results. It was pretty definitive that night.
Yeah. And have you thought about, so as a Democrat in a red town, have you thought about what the Dems could be doing now, locally, statewide, nationally, for a different outcome?
Right. We've got a real opportunity here, right? I do think the pendulum is going to swing back. I think we've gotten way too far to the right. And I live in an area where, I run in the morning and I run past Trump signs. Sometimes I run past them and I go, how did I win in this town? But I think we have an opportunity here, right? I think this is very hateful speech. This is very, this kind of name calling. And I think people are going to get tired of it. I think it's old already.
And he's not even the president.
Right. It's going to be a long 4 years.
We'll see. Yeah. What else? What else do you think? I don't know. The politics statewide, do you see the Dems getting much traction there? It seems like the state's gotten so red.
It has.
Since Obama days,
I know. The good old days.
The good old days.
I don't think it's impossible. I don't think that, Indiana stays red for forever. I think we've got some opportunities, but, it comes down to the right candidate and the right messaging. There were things that I knew, weren't things that I wanted to say running in Winfield. And not that I was being deceptive by any stretch of the imagination. I wasn't, but there are things that you talk about when you're running a council race. There are things that you talk about on a state level, and you do have to appeal to that middle, section.
Yeah.
You do have to appeal to the issues that people care about. And I think we need to figure out that some of the things that we thought were big issues are not big issues in Indiana.
Very, very well said. Tom says that a lot too. The far
We missed
far
the
right,
mark.
the far left.
Yeah.
It's not the answer.
Right.
So interesting. All right. Are you two ready to have some fun? Chad, are you ready to have some fun?
Wait a minute. This
Did you
hasn't
add
been
something
fun
to the note?
I
Has
didn't
this
read
not
that
been
either.
fun? Has this not been fun so far?
If you said something about having fun, I didn't read that either.
Come on, you got to be. This has been great. I've had a really good time. We're gonna wrap up the show with obviously the topic itself is not fun, but there were some really bizarre clips that came out of watching Trump and former presidents at this funeral yesterday. And I want to go through some of this with y'all right now.
Right. And you're right. It's a somber event. It's a funeral.
It's very
but President
somber.
Carter lived a wonderful, long life, and it's a celebration of his life. So we're not being, disrespectful.
What a good human being.
Yes.
100.
Absolutely.
That's too long.
Who would want
No.
too long? I agree. Too long.
I don't know
right?
that I want to hit 50.
Okay.
Did
First
he just
thing.
cough on you? Maybe.
No, I.
SARS.
So, first clip. This was super awkward. I was getting a text. Sorry.
Probably from
Oh,
Kevin.
okay, well.
Kevin's probably yelling at
Kevin,
you.
cut the show.
Take your time,
Cut
Buzz.
the
Take
show.
your time.
Did you say Carter's funeral was fun? No, I did not. These clips are pretty fun though. So Kamala. So look at. Pull this up here. So here's our first clip. So in this little section was everybody who
former presidents, former vice presidents, and their spouses. Yeah.
And they all like kind of
might as
have
well just say
issues with
wives.
each other right
Wait,
now.
is Melania trying to look like a Puritan? Like, what's going on with that outfit? The collar, it's massive.
I heard
What's
the collar
happening?
was like a drawing of like
Jimmy Carter?
JFK and
Stop
JFK
it.
Jr. Yeah.
Zoom in on that.
Yes.
Yeah, there might be a photo.
Why
out
didn't you
there
send me
somewhere.
that article? That I would have been interested in.
Yeah. So anyway, so Obama and Trump are right next to each other, which
Like, who
I
does
thought was
this seating
super.
chart?
I thought that was super weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kamala and her husband are in front of them, and here's a moment where I think everyone's seen the clips of Trump and Obama laughing, getting along
Mm-hmm.
at this funeral. So Kamala, I don't think, took too kindly to that. So here's her.
Yeah, she turns around like,
Yeah, let's
the
check
hell are
this
you
out.
laughing at? I only wish we could hear what they're talking about.
Oh,
That mom
Yep.
look.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's see that again. That was a mom look.
That's a shut the fuck up look. Without words.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sure this is for you, John. I'm sure that she is confused as to why they're talking, and she's thinking, hey, you know who he is. You don't have to drink the whole ocean to know it's salty.
There you go.
That's for you.
There you go. There you go.
That's for you.
There's the title.
There you go.
Love it. You don't have to drink the whole ocean to know it's salty.
So
There you
wait,
go.
was Biden supposed to be next to Kamala? Because didn't he speak? I haven't watched it yet.
Biden
Like,
was
there's an
next to
empty-
Kamala.
Okay, that's why that chair was empty. Okay.
Yes, yes. And they didn't say anything to each other when Biden went and sat down. And, yeah.
But why is she in
Well-
the front row though? Again, who did the seating chart? Is there like standard protocol for
Why is
seating
she in
when-
the front row? She's
I guess
the
that makes
vice
sense. She's
president.
the current vice
Yeah.
president.
And
Yeah.
who cares?
Well, who would you rather place there?
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Who
Are
would you
you-
place there? Okay. Here's the
Did
next
you do
one.
the belly bump thing
This is
yet?
it right here. Here we go.
That's pretty funny.
So Bush is about to walk up. W says doesn't even acknowledge Trump. Trump doesn't acknowledge him. So there's obviously some bad blood there. But here's Bush. I guess this is his way of shaking hands with Obama. I don't know. Let's watch
he's
this.
just funny. it's funny, right?
That's good
He's
stuff.
like, hey, dude.
Bush is just a frat guy at heart, isn't he?
At least he didn't
yes.
slap him on the ass.
Frat boy at heart.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yes, that's nice. And Mike Pence and Donald Trump saw each other and shook hands.
Yes.
There you go.
But-
It's not. I don't know that because I read the notes. I didn't know you were going to pull that up next.
Look at you.
Did you not read the beautiful
mean-
show notes I put together?
Do you want me to be
Honest? Always.
No.
I didn't either. It's
I mean,
okay.
they just looked so boring.
Reading's hard.
No, I mean, I don't mind the reading part, but I was just like, oh my gosh, is this really what this is so boring?
What? All I asked was you to be honest if you read the notes. I didn't say
Oh.
give me your honest opinion about the
She's
show notes.
eviscerated
I
that.
said, do you want me to be honest? And you said always. So,
You
boom.
did open the door
Amy,
I'm sorry, Beth.
Amy, I
I'm
said
sorry.
I put in some ideas. If you
Okay.
didn't like them, we could have went any direction you wanted to
for that.
go.
He just crossed your name off of
I know, I'm
potential
never-
like hosts for
I'm never
again.
going to make it back. I'm never going to get like the blazer you get for hosting like 5 times, like SNL. I'm never going to get that.
You know what's something too is I was talking with Phil about you coming on the show.
Oh, I called Phil yesterday and asked for some advice.
Okay. You know what Phil told me about you coming on the show? He goes, oh, that's going to be fantastic. You know, Amy, this is a direct quote from Phil. You know, Amy is no slouch. She's going to really prepare for that show. And here we are learning at 8:28.
You're a slouch.
You're no slouch.
I had a busy day
I think
yesterday.
she might be though.
So she is a slouch.
I mean, I did prepare. I called Phil, and Phil was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. You don't have to prepare. Just go in there.
Oh, opposing words, huh?
Phil was like, it'll be fine.
Well, here's our last clip.
Okay.
We're going to end the show with,
Yes, Mother Pence ignores him. I like this.
yeah. So let me just describe for anyone who's not going to be watching this rather than, as opposed to listening on a podcast. So So we have Trump and Melania walking up in the row. They're going to sit down in the row in front of Mike Pence and Karen Pence. Mike Pence shakes both of their hands. Karen completely ignores.
Good for her.
I love it.
Leland, good morning to you. We can see President-elect Trump now entering the room for this morning's service.
Al Gore, Mike Pence there with former President Trump. I'm not sure former Vice President
like
Pence
glass.
and Donald Trump have seen each other.
Wow.
Did Trump go a shade lighter in his hair?
You know what?
It's a
I don't
shade
know.
darker in his face, or
it-
oranger, or whatever you want to call it.
You're right. That looks
Look at
pretty
him.
light.
It's a glow up.
Well, he's about to get a new job, so you know how it is when you start a new job. You got to zhuzh everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's it.
Well, thank you for
That's our show.
letting me fill the very, very big shoes of Tom and Kevin. I got to sit in the big chair and be mayor for a day.
How'd it feel? Boring? As you
You're
described
not
it?
going to let...
I will never let that go.
I'm sorry, John.
Amy insults me a lot.
I do not.
You really, really do.
I do not.
You've talked about my shoes before.
Have I? Well, you know that's my thing, so...
You've talked about how I order my steak.
Yeah, well, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's...
Well done is a problem?
Yes.
I disagree.
I don't eat steak.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
You've
not
had it,
steak.
though.
That's like a jerky after that. That's...
Oh, it's all
that's
about...
disgusting. Like, why don't you eat a charcoal brisket? Like, I'd rather lick the ground than eat a well-done steak.
Do you see how
Oh,
she
you
just
should've
doesn't
fucking
stop?
Put this in the notes.
Do you see how
Jesus.
she does not stop? Like, it's the roast of John at this
Sorry,
point.
John.
Yeah.
You know what?
And
That's
it's
not
about
a bad...
steak. Like, that's not even an important.
Because it was just so appalling. It was like, who does that? Like,
And it was on a Versace plate.
yes.
That's
Like,
the worst part.
yeah, we weren't at Texas Roadhouse. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to order a well-done steak there, you know, have at it. But
Wait, are you throwing like A1 on it too, or is it just?
Oh, yeah.
ketchup.
No.
He's
no,
like, can
no,
I get
no.
some ketchup over
I
here?
draw the line at ketchup. It was A1. It was A1.
Yeah, which is even, you know, more embarrassing.
Oh no, you gotta have sauce. You gotta have a
You
dip.
do
gotta
when
Thank
you have
you.
a piece of beef jerky
With
as
every-
a steak. You've
no,
got
no,
to.
No. Who's dipping beef jerky into anything?
I'm just saying,
No
the steak
one.
was so well done. It was like a charcoal brisket
I got you.
on the most beautiful plate I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was a beautiful plate. I will say, though, one thing I've taken from you in life that has been a positive, the only thing. Are you ready?
Yeah, we're going to end the show after this.
Okay.
So go ahead. On this positive note.
Yeah. Has been how to take a picture of food.
Oh.
Like, you have got that figured out. Do you care to reveal
thanks.
your secret?
Yeah, you have to hold the phone upside down.
Boom.
The same thing for drinks.
Boom. Turn your phone upside down so the camera's at the
I
bottom.
don't think
Oh,
that's
so you get an upper angle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Takes a better picture.
Gotcha.
You know, I know a thing or two about taking pictures.
You're a bit of a
I
photog.
actually, yeah.
All
But
right.
thanks for that one positive thing that you've said about me, Vez.
How many times have you used that in life? That trick.
Since she taught me?
Yeah.
Never.
There you go.
I knew it. Never.
Never.
There you go.
But then again, she called my show notes boring. So
This is true.
I mean, it's not
Never.
your fault.
Don't use it ever.
yeah.
I need to award
Yeah.
John Vesmar the Employee of the Week
Oh.
because I didn't do shit for this podcast. He did everything.
Hey, that makes two of us.
He's
I
the
get no
reason this
respect.
happened.
I put everything together, and Amy says like I'm a terrible person for how I order my
I
steaks.
never said you were a terrible person for it, but it is questionable.
You make cows
I
cry.
mean,
Oh
yeah,
boy.
it's questionable.
Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you. But and we made it through. Look at that. It's
we
8:33.
did, and you have a show title.
Wow, we went over.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, I have to go. I have to
To be
finish.
at court too.
Yes, yes.
It's time to go.
I,
Thank you, Amy. Thank
I
you for
object.
filling in.
I strenuously object.
Strenuously. I don't think that's right.
I mean, I feel like maybe, yeah, you
Could
could
be.
probably use that, but I don't think people do.
No.
It's from A Few Good Men.
Strenuously? Oh.
I've never seen that movie.
All right, that's our show. You want to sign us off, Amy?
Yeah. See.
You said
Bye.
C.
See ya.
You didn't even say a word.
I don't know how soon you cut it off. So.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for listening. Thanks. If you're still listening, thank you.
Will the professional
Have
be
a
back
great
Tuesday?
weekend.